opening ceremonies is really cool. That was a lot of fun. I was like, wow, that was a blast. It's good to be here. I'm glad our game is after that because it's like that already. Like I felt proud. It was like cool to be here. It was like, oh, this is legit. Look at all the.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Go there. Yeah, you can hear me now. All right. I can hear myself.
You got me?
I got you. It sounds pretty good.
All right.
I got Jason's dulcet tones. I'm ready to go when you tell me we're rolling, and we'll. Do you
moving one stabilizer down there, and the brooms will be in our hands. So,
That's what I figured.
yes, whatever works for you guys. 100%. Yeah, if you want to practice live, why wouldn't you? Yeah. You want to practice live? Do it. Nothing's changed. No big deal. So you practice live before a game, practice live before a game. You stretch before a game, stretch before a game. You don't stretch? You should stretch before the game.
Boys, just relax, have fun. That's good.
I got to remember to hang out with you guys during the end of the end and chat with you a little bit, kind of keep it light.
You want to be like halfway up the ice or something?
No, I think it's whoever has the house usually kind of hangs here. If you have hammer, you hang out. Strategery, it makes sense that way,
We were talking. We were glad that we weren't on, 4 or 6 with everybody just standing on all the debris that was on the seats.
But he's rubber, just like frozen. Yeah.
A little wavy. No.
Yeah. First time at one of these? Yeah. Same for us. Yeah. Congratulations, you guys, for making it this far. It's awesome to be here, so it's great. We're excited too.
You guys from?
Where you guys from? Sorry.
Arizona?
We're from
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Great.
Go for it.
Oh, do you mind if we get a couple practice slides in if needed? Sorry. I know.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Can we take that down page? You bet.
From St. Paul, Minnesota, and the historic St. Paul Curling Club, it's day 1, draw 2 of the 2025 USA Curling 5 and Under National Championship. I'm Dean Gemmel, joined for this game between Team Campbell and Team Waind by Jason Botterill, president of the Dakota Curling Club. And Jason, since we're at an event for curlers with 5 years of experience or less, tell us when and how you started in the sport.
Hey, Dean, thanks for having me. This is a great event to be at. So I started out curling in 2017, and my genesis story is probably similar to a lot of people's, and seeing it on TV, watching it in the Olympics, and thinking, gee, that looks like a lot of fun, and I want to get out there and try it. And so found the opportunity down in Lakeville, and to say I jumped in feet first is probably a really nice way of putting that.
I think that is an understatement from what I know about you and your involvement in the club, so we're glad you found the sport, and thanks for all you do at the Dakota Curling Club. Game underway here now. That's Team Waind lead. Art Thorson with the opening stone settles in just into the top 8, and this will be Team Campbell lead Peterson. Paige Peterson here playing the hit. Out-turn hit, his first shot of the game. Both teams, I think, are in this event for the first time, judging from just their listening in on their pregame conversation. So Peterson with a nice hit and roll to the wing. And Waind will elect to ignore that stone and put up a centerline guard. So did you play in 5 and under qualifiers or were in the past?
So I had the opportunity to play in a couple of them just as I was coming to the end of my eligibility, and was unfortunately not able to qualify, but it's a great way for a lot of the newer curlers to experience competition, dip their toes in the water, and really understand what it's like to go after something that they may pursue later.
Yeah, and as I just mentioned here in the opening ceremonies, USA Curling were thrilled by how this event is growing, and we have a full roster of qualifier bonspiels. We'll be announcing next season shortly here. Obviously, sometimes controversial now because we have more applicants than we have spots, but that's a change from when I first started working on this in 2021 when we were scraping to get them. And 561 entries, I think, in 5 and under qualifier bonspiels this year. So it's a really great way, especially for adults in sort of the 25 to 40-year-old age range who start playing a little later in life but want to compete and love competing. So we love to have that.
Yeah, that's a great problem to have more applicants and more clubs that are willing to host and be part of this whole system is fantastic for the sport. It gives us a great opportunity to get around to a lot of different areas of the country and involve as many different people and different clubs as we can.
So come around draw there made by Campbell, Team Campbell here. So now Peterson makes his first two. He makes a hit and then goes around the high center line guard, and now Wayne will ask his second, Dan Hoy from the Grand Forks Curling Club, to play this hit. Starting to curl just a bit, trying to hold it straight here. So the Waind team from Grand Forks, North Dakota, I believe they qualified through the Dakota Territory 5 and under event, which is a good one. I like how they do that event. They want to have a Dakota Territory 5 and under champion, so they run two events at the same time. Teams in the Dakota Territory, teams outside of the Dakota Territory, and then they have a final between those two groups for the national representative. This is Jared Kiesling here, the second, the Team Campbell out of the Coyotes Curling Club in Arizona.
10-20.
Just barely hitting and rolling out there.
So Wayne with decision here, and it looks like he's going to try to loop one around. So with Campbell with a counter high in the rings but behind a long guard, Wayne will ask his second, Dan Hoy, to play this in-turn draw. Sounds like it's a little hot out of hand. Sweeper's right off this one, Jason.
Well, you don't want to burn up all your energy too early, right? Now watch the teams both go through their pregame practice here, and it looks like they both have a pretty good read on the ice, and of course they'll still go through a bit of transition here through the first couple of ends, and the teams will need to make adjustments to that, and that's what we'll see here as they come to terms with exactly how fast the ice is going to get here for the game.
Yeah, so one of the things we're excited to do as Kiesling throws his second here is, we bring in Sean Olison, our USA Curling head ice tech, to most of our national championships, or one of our top ice techs, and then they work with the local club. And I think we're able to deliver championship conditions across all our championships, which is exciting for players to get to play in these things. And you see that one curl to the wing. Rocks were sanded. So some of these players might experience a bit more curl in these and need to have a bit more rotation.
Yep, that's all part of figuring out what the ice and the stones are going to give you, and figuring out how to make those adjustments. And as this event goes on, like you said, this is just the second draw of the event and first time on the ice for these teams in the event. They'll get a better feel for it as the event goes on and they play more games here.
This is Connor Sisson here with his first.
13-6-2, stay off it.
Teams using the hog-to-hog times.
Finish it. It's going past finish. All the way, Chris. There you go.
Nice shot.
So good. End up a little deep, but buried.
Even this is okay. Back line.
I don't know what it's like at your club, Jason, but in my short time, and I see it at my own club in New Jersey, but in my short time around this event, the level of play has really improved in recent years. I think players are able to learn more about the game when they first start. I don't know what your learning process was like when you started, but there seems to be more players taking advantage of the resources that are out there.
Absolutely. As new players start out, it is really a drinking from the fire hose kind of experience, and everything that they encounter tends to be new. And to have people that are experienced in the clubs, and we have more of them now as we have more curlers in the area, there's more hands to reach out to, more guidance to get, and more people willing to share that information, because we all started out somewhere. None of us came out of the womb knowing all of this.
Is that right?
Well, maybe if you're from Canada.
No, nobody has. So this is Sisson now for Team Waind. Wayne lying 1 in the back there now, just in the back of the forefoot. This has some curling to do. It will curl. They seem to be worried about how much it would curl, but it will curl if the weight comes off. I think they looked to try to make a chisel off that guard early, but that was long gone. So a little too much weight there for Sisson.
You like that same weight? I gotta go less ice. Even this is okay.
I mean, the way the ice curls here, Jason, that Yellowstone at the back is available for Campbell if they wanted to play some sort of quiet weight hit and roll to the wing and then force Wayne to make a decision. This is Josh Bernstein.
Line. It's really close.
Team's on a good one here.
Hard line. Curl.
Line's really good. Now is it, will they connect with the back? Yep. So they peeks out the other side a bit.
Enough to push it back, so looks like Campbell lies 1, not 2.
I think you're correct. We don't have the benefits of an overhead camera or monitor in front of us, so we'll take our best shot out. Jason here, more clever than I, has just found the monitors here in the club. So.
Yep, so Campbell sitting 1 right now.
This is Chris Waind, the skip of the team, with his first.
Seriously? Yeah. we gotta curl it to the back, eh?
I don't know if it was Waind who said seriously, but they said heavy, and they said heavy, and then he said seriously. So it still might, the weight might come off as it starts to curl, but it is running there.
My bad, boys. It's okay.
It seems like the ice might have sped up just a little bit from the pregame practice here, catching both teams out just a little bit, but I expect they'll settle in pretty quickly here.
So opportunity now for Campbell. If he can loop a in-turn draw here, he'd probably be great if he could just be top 4 and even a half to 3/4 buried would make things really difficult for Waind on his last.
I felt like I was going very slow, and I was a second and a half faster than what. John's last was 95. Well, he threw back 12. Yeah.
So the Coyotes Curling Club in Arizona, I think they have a real Coyotes mantra. They say they're all Coyotes. So this is Darren Campbell, the skip of the team. Apparently, Jason, he's also the #1 fan of Taco Bell.
There you go. Well, you know, I think he's got a great opportunity to take in some of the better things that we've got to offer up here in the Twin Cities area for dining, but we can find that for him too.
I'm trying to figure out why a guy from Arizona is a fan of Taco Bell, but you know, that'll be for post game. So he slips a little deep, and Wayne now with the same shot. So some first end adjustments needing to be made here. Both teams a little heavy, so we'll see what Wayne does on his second.
Opportunity to draw in for 1 here. Campbell, as you kind of hear discussing, they're happy with the outcome, even if Wayne is able to get this in for 1. They've been able to hold him, and we'll take hammer in the next end gladly with a force to 1.
Wayne his last here in the opening end at the 2025 USA Curling 5 and under, not for toddlers, for curlers with 5 years of experience or less, national championship.
Go. Curl all the way.
Trying to work this one over now. He might have pulled the string just a bit after his first, but it's close.
Art, help. Yeah. Okay, whoa, don't let it go in here.
So that'll come up short and leave Campbell with the draw for 2.
Let's get by it, make sure we have the room by it, and then if we're by it, maybe we get something like this, but I think we just draw for 2, right? But we have a little pocket there if needed.
Neither team ever looked at the outturn this end, which,
throw in the pregame.
I mean, now they'd be on a fresh patch of ice out there, but it might actually be an easier draw. So skip Darren Campbell will make his way down here.
Taking a little bit more ice. Make sure we're around that yellow.
It's always an interesting
And that was all
piece to
positivity.
consider of,
Positivity.
you
So
know,
I
do you
think
want
at
to keep
same
working the
time,
side that you think you know because you think you know the
yeah,
line and you
that's
think you know the speed and everything and make those little adjustments
give you
or
guys something to sweep.
or look at something different, and it always comes down to whatever the team and the skipper and the person throwing the stone is most comfortable with.
Last rock, first end. Darren Campbell trying to draw for 2. The call is top 4. The line looks good. They need to touch 4-foot here to score 2. It's running a bit. Top 4 might have been a little optimistic. I don't think they can come to their own and be second shot. So it looks like it'll be a score of 1 for Campbell here in the opening end. Make the score 1-0 Team Campbell over Team Waind. After one end, we'll be back with the second end in just a moment.
Good force, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, let's have some fun with it. I don't think we need to really change much. Let's just keep playing. We got the first man out of our way. You guys want to go in? Take that second and a half. Play it, be ready, so we're quick. Take the second and a half and then not be forcing it. Go in and then guard it. That's what I did my first shot. Yeah, just heart rate was going. Me too on my last. So, yeah. Good pump. Let's go, boys. Take an extra breath. Were those just a little hot? A little hot. They were less than what we were throwing earlier.
All right, we're back with second end action. 2025 USA Curling 5 and under nationals, as I said earlier. I have to explain it a lot to media people when they ask me about this event, Jason, and make sure they know it's not for toddlers. There was a time early in my tenure when I talked about changing it to the new curler nationals, but that was not well received. So I took the feedback and we've stuck with 5 and under, but it does require a little bit of explanation.
Hey, as long as you're talking and they're listening, I think we got a good arrangement here.
It's true. We had our Dale's sales representative here last week and or last night, and we sort of explained it to him in advance. He was, I think, at first wondering why Dale's would be involved in an event for toddlers. So once we explained it, he got it.
There we go.
Dale's a terrific sponsor of USA Curling. And have a presence here at the event, and we continue to work with them and supporting our member clubs. So a takeout here for Thorson. He hits and rolls to the wing. Pretty good result. Rolls to the 12-foot. And Campbell will ask Peterson to remove what's now shot stone. Out-turn hit. Looks like he may have, oh, no, it's starting to move now.
Josh.
Now they're trying to carve it over a bit.
Great weight, Paige. Sorry, I think it was going out. I was just going to catch it and try not to hit a hack. You were good.
Campbell heard the direction from USA Curling head ice tech Sean Olison in the team meeting about the way the hacks are secured here. Make sure that rocks don't hit the hacks. Ice techs have no shortage of worries, do they, Jason?
Well, if we didn't put curlers out on the curling ice, the ice would be perfect the whole time, and you'd never hear any complaints about it. So,
spoken like a true club president.
Dean, you're talking about the hacks? These are Marco hacks, the best hacks.
As in most clubs around the world and around the country, these are Marco hacks. That's the rubber block part, and I've just been reminded that they're invented by a former teammate of mine, the late Marco Ferraro. And his biggest regret, Jason, when he brought these out was that he made the rubber of such high quality that they rarely wear out. But actually, as a young person, I spent a number of hours sort of testing his various prototypes. So it's an invention that's held up. Nobody's come out with a better one since, and if they do, they should probably use an inferior rubber. So Waind decides that one is just in. No discussion among the teams because it looks like it is directly in, and he'll ask his second, Dan Hoy, to remove that stone.
That's control.
We'll be in North Dakota in Bismarck next year with the Junior Nationals, Jason. We're excited about that. The Bismarck team really pulling together some good things. It looks like it's going to be in an arena there, so that's exciting.
That's fantastic. Hopefully you get a great turnout there and a great opportunity to get a lot of energy in the building.
So a little quiet. Curls across the face, leaves that in the back. Campbell will try to draw in and lie 2.
Top 8.
So we had an earlier draw today at 8 a.m. That was the opening draw. Then we had the opening ceremonies at 11, since nobody likes opening ceremonies at 7 a.m., Jason.
Wine's great.
Never, never, never.
Well, you can make it a true eye-opener at that point, but you usually have to rely on the ice, getting the teams out on the ice, a little adrenaline flowing to get them out there for an 8 a.m. draw. And I don't care if that's a national event or a weekend bonspiel.
Very nice. Very nice. It's in the house.
So that will slip a little deeper than they would have liked, but still they lie 2. Wayne's going to elect to ignore those stones and in the back of the rings. Now he has last rock. His team has last rock. And this will be Dan Hoy with his second in this second end. Now you knew this, Jason. They say he's, I don't even know this board game, so fill me in here.
So they've noted that he is the top Catan player on his team, although in deference to the skip, Chris, they let him think he's best. But it's a great board game. It's involves a lot of different trading, negotiation, and ultimately building up your own settlement in here. And so it's a great way for teams to unwind, play together, and keep that camaraderie off the ice, which is so important to team dynamics. Like I said, both on and off the ice.
It is true. Always good to have things to do off the ice. I would be terrible at this board game since I don't know what it is, but I'm glad they enjoy it together.
Real hard.
Oh, we can fix that for you, Dean.
Come on, guys.
Going hard for line here. They want to avoid this jam. Does jam at the back, but they don't stick around, so they're lying 2, possibly 3. I think just 2.
Yeah, the one in the back right corner appears to be off.
Yeah, that's correct, I think. So Wayne now will hit this rock. He could probably love to hit and roll over in front of the other stone that's in the back of the 12-foot, make it a little more difficult to remove. Early call is for line as Connor Sisson lets this one go. It's curling hard, trying to get a piece of it. Almost get lucky and stick around at the back, but does remove the red stone, and now Campbell will. Well, now we're going to see some play on the other side of the ice. I don't think we've seen much over here so far. So
this might be the first one down this half of the sheet in the game.
Gotta go.
You're right, Jared. Dig, buddy. 15:34. You got a top 8 in this.
Sorry.
You're good.
Well swept.
Do the broom and yell, so we can see the visual signal.
Visuals. I had no idea what you were saying.
Just this side of nose.
Kiesling suggesting he needs some visual cues as well. It's 6 sheets of ice in action here at St. Paul. One of my favorite historic clubs. No offense to my home club or your club or any other club, Jason, but this is a fun place to be.
Absolutely, and you walk around, you look at everything that they got hanging on the wall, and you can see so much of the history of the sport, not only just in this club and in the area, but the history of curling overall and the evolution of the game. And so it's a fantastic place to be, fantastic place to come and see an event like this.
Big shot there from Connor Sisson, makes the double, so now there's an opportunity for a blank for Waind that didn't exist before. So
A little slippery back here. There's a half pipe.
Campbell will
A little quarter pipe on the wall.
try to draw in there.
How about you had 10, 15?
One thing at St. Paul is it's pretty tight behind the hacks. Sometimes people have to adjust to that. At the away end, back in the backswing days, you might have had a problem, but
9. Not gonna hurt. Top 12. Top 8. T.
so they were on it early, but not really on it. But it does look like it's running a bit. Now they're right off. It should settle into the back. So that rock ends up in the back 8 foot. Looks like Waind is going to ignore it. Like this call.
I don't mind it because we'll always have a shot for one, so I don't mind getting aggressive here. That's fine.
Yep, I'd have thought that they'd shift tactics with just a few stones to go here and play for the blank, but electing to play a little bit more aggressively and see if they can score 2 here.
Well, they make the freeze. Campbell could try to peel it out as well, and then you'd have an easier blank. So arguments for both calls here, but Waind will try this freeze. Outturn freeze on the way.
We're gonna have to curl.
Has a lot of curling to do here. The weight looks close-ish.
Art, just go.
Yep,
Okay,
both, go.
No, you're good. Okay.
Off.
Yeah. That's fine. It's shot rock. Yep.
They could have warped it a little bit more and gotten the corner there.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything.
It's a little normal weight.
Okay. Normalito.
Campbell's last shot, second in, looking to hit, wants to avoid the jam, so they're trying to hold it straight here. It is starting to move, but he will hit and stick. So now, Waind will.
I mean,
let's listen in.
If he knows it, that's fine. Let's play it to here and let's try to hold it. If you hit here, we can blank a little bit. But let's play for the nose.
Right there, Art.
So
Play for the
Sisson.
nose, and if we hold it with a sweep, then it's good.
Sisson throws third, but sweeps 6.
Hit.
He suggested the hit. I like the hit here, Jason, early in the game. Certainly want to. Waind considered the draw, but missed the draw and give up 2, go down 3-0. Suboptimal, as I like to say.
Normal?
Yep. Here, even if they don't stick the shooter around and stick around for shot, as long as they remove 1, the worst case, they give up 1, which is not the end of the world at this point.
Yeah,
Outturn hit. Looks like he threw it pretty well. Got a bit of curling to do. I think it's pretty good. Just clean, I think, now, boys. They'll make the double and score 1. So make the score 1-1. Campbell and Waind here in the 2025 USA Curling 5 and Under National Championships. We'll be back with the third end in just a moment. All right, we're back here. Third end, 1-1 game. Team Campbell, Team Waind. Campbell out of Arizona, and the Coyotes Curling Club. Waind out of North Dakota, and the Grand Forks Curling Club.
I think it's just through.
Actually, I don't think they're not all from Grand Forks. I'm sorry. Art Thorson's out of, well, originally from Bismarck. I guess they're all over the Grand Forks Club, but from various locations in the great state of North Dakota. Worth noting, Jason, I hope you know this, but we'll have our Olympic team trials are in Sioux Falls, South Dakota next year. Fairly close to here, so I hope we can get some Twin Cities people over there.
Oh, I can guarantee you'll see that for sure. Easy drive.
Yep.
That's the difference between the Midwest and the East Coast, where I live right now, is that in the Midwest, an 8-hour drive is considered easy by a lot of people. Get to the far west, it's even different. So there you go.
Same weight, little less.
So Campbell hits and rolls to the wing. Waind will ignore that for the moment. I think he's asked for another centerline guard. Is that right?
That seems to be the call.
This is Thorson.
Pull back. That was a pullback, though. You want it out?
Yeah, if we can. We don't want to guard them, though.
No, you definitely don't want to guard them. Didn't look like a lot of ice to me, but
If we can get it down here to freeze, we need to move it over.
Can't quite get that far. Just finish.
Yep, coming all in.
Finish. That's good.
so they're going to settle into the rings. Probably just
Sweet
touch
time.
the forefoot here.
Sweet down.
Nice shot, Art.
I like this. Normal.
So the Dakota Curling Club, Jason, I believe you're in a former supermarket. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So every now and then we get people to wander through and they'll tell us about how they used to do their grocery shopping in the building, which is, it's a lot of fun to hear, and it's a lot of fun to be part of that community as a whole.
We have exciting developments with a few clubs right now where
Go, Josh.
he's going to hit, remove the stone, lose his own, but stick.
Okay. I think.
Setting developments, Dallas-Fort Worth. Some good news maybe coming out of Southern California in the months ahead. So continue to try to support people as we work to expand our facility footprint across the country. As I say to all of them, Jason, I wish I had a giant check to write, but I don't right now. But lots of good activity, and really appreciate all the people who put in all the hours to bring new curling clubs to new locations.
Stay on it, you got it, it's there, you got it, stay on it. Hard, 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 hard.
Hard on this one to hold it.
So Hoya will hit and just hang around.
Sounds like it. From the camera view, it's hard to tell.
So Campbell's going to hit this. He could choose to ignore it with hammer here. Barely on in the back. He could play a corner guard. He could freeze on that. He could, but he's going to remove it. A blank in the third end would not be bad for this team from Arizona.
Yep.
This is Kiesling.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
I think he's going to stick right on the edge, and he
Beauty.
does.
Beauty.
They like it.
Good shot, Dan.
Now in a bit of a. Now Waind is going to ask. He's going to ask Hoy to, I think, to freeze on this.
Yep.
More than last. Connor!
I think they're going hard for line here right now. Now they're going to.
All right, off. Art, Art. Hard, Art, hard, Art.
Looks like it might be coming up a little heavy here.
It was heavy out of his hand. He was never going to underthrow that freeze, so stone removed.
Oh, you don't.
We're on our way towards a relatively clean end here, Jason.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I know they're difficult too. Some nice shots.
The team's still looking to find that spot where they're going to want to push and get aggressive, but perfectly fine to keep this a tight game for right now.
He's okay. 1440. Whoa. Nice shooting.
So T-line and the 12 foot. Wayne will ask Sisson to remove this stone with the in-turn.
Art! Dan! Art off! Dan!
Switched early, Jason,
All the
from
way, Dan!
curl to straight.
Stay on it, Dan, stay on it.
Looks like he should hit and stick just. Hit and stick on the wing. A lot of play in the wing here.
Making each shot better and better.
You can hear the camaraderie between the teams, even as competitors, even at a national event. You can hear them talking about and complimenting the shots that are being made by each team, and that's one of the wonderful things about the sport of curling here is that it is such a social but also very supportive game.
This is Josh Bernstein.
Yep!
Hard on this one to hold it straight early. Really starting to curl here. I think he's got a piece. Don't think he's going to stick around, but he'll hit and roll out. A relatively straightforward game, Jason, but the pace is quick.
Yeah, both teams keep electing to keep it clean here, and makes the decision making pretty straightforward for both skips, and allows them to conserve any of the thinking time that they would need to execute during this game. Save that for when things get complex. But right now, they're keeping it simple, keeping it easy, and everything's flowing right along.
13-7.
Bernstein with his second here in the third end.
Line! Line! Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, line!
Line!
Very nice. Really got that one out there. Really good. Really got that one more full.
Listening to the sweep calls on a few of these hits here, both teams seem to be caught out just a little bit early with how much they think the stone is going to curl. Getting a little bit more curl than I think they're expecting, and I expect that they'll get a little bit more crisp on that as we see more stones come down the ice.
So this is Wayne's first here in the third, and Campbell line one, relatively straightforward end. Wayne hoping to hit and stick here. A little quieter weight, but a lot of ice.
Connor the whole way.
I think he wants Connor to go the whole way.
Hard for a piece.
I think he's got a piece. Might have got that started just a bit.
Way to pick me up. I got that. Thank you.
Just for drawing to the wing. Let's throw this way. Yeah, just put it in over there.
It didn't sound like he liked that one out of hand. Thought it was perhaps a bit narrow and a great sweep to hold that stone there.
Yeah, it sounds like he thought he started it, but
His 20 right here?
Yeah, 420, 420.
Yeah, 15-20 is good.
Everything's been back house for me. I'd say 425 is the miss.
Okay.
Yeah,
You feel it?
I think we're playing for the blank here, guys. Let's keep things open or see if we get a lucky miss.
so Campbell suggesting they'll play for the blank here, which certainly makes sense. They're also saying the back line to hog time around 4.20 to be in the ring, so gives you some idea of how quick the pace the ice is right now.
Right pop. Right pop.
Campbell plays with his family tartan in his back pocket, if you're wondering what that is. I don't know if I have a family tartan, Jason. I have Scottish heritage in my blood, but so I guess I might. Do you have a family tartan?
Not that I'm aware of, I'll put it that way.
You can create your own.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go, is if I don't have one, you got to invent it.
I once had a very enthusiastic supplier call me to tell me how important it was for USA Curling to offer tartans. I did not see the same revenue opportunity that this individual did. Waind, his last.
Dan.
He's looking to make it go away.
All the way, Dan.
Hard for
All the
line
way.
now. Oh, they're even trying to do the backward sweeping.
Nice sweep.
I think he's going to hit and stick. Right
Nice
in the
sweep.
wing. Boy, there's been no shortage of hits out in the 12-foot.
Yeah. Well, we've been throwing normal.
No,
It's
just to find that last
I've been throwing a little up. Let's throw here
8,
with
10
like
inches out there has
a
been
little
amazing.
upper, So, yeah,
Yeah.
we like the blank.
Take any roll towards you, right?
So Campbell's going to play this inside out. That is the way they've played this most of the end. Probably an easier blank with the
Yeah.
out turn, shorter
Little up,
roll for the
little up.
shooter, but
Doesn't look like a lot of ice.
unless he crosses the face here, which would have the same result. Last rock, third end. Campbell looking for a blank.
Line.
Now they might want to let this one just
Whoa,
cross
whoa.
the face. There they go. Just get a piece that way. And there's the blank. Crosses the face.
Shot.
So we'll blank the third end here in the Campbell-Waind matchup at the Under 5 National Championship. We'll be right back with the fourth end in just a moment.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, they don't have. Just put it. Yeah. Put it above your name there. There you go.
Hey,
Problem solvers.
hey, I don't mind giving up a blank.
No. Especially with that start, right? Like we kept it clean. And
Hey. Let's let these guys sweep this one in. Let's try to keep it out.
Yeah.
And play an end with a high
Like
guard
that.
out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Good ends, guys. Everybody's throwing pretty well. Yeah, ice is really quick.
yeah.
Really
but
quick.
Then we keep it clean. Right?
Do we want to keep doing what we're doing?
No.
Or do we want to put a guard over
Yeah,
it?
like
Let's
lighter.
try to
I just
guard.
want
If we come in?
And if it comes,
There's a little.
but if it comes in,
Yeah.
same thing. Our your stone.
Good adjustment.
Awesome.
Good adjustment.
Bring it in, guys.
Come on.
This one.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, fuck off.
If it's, yeah, if we're in, we play that end. We can play that
Towel out
end.
of here.
Let's try for a 4. 4-0 art.
Fourth end, 1-1 game. Team Campbell will have last rock here in the fourth end. Lots of teams like to have hammer and even ends in an 8-end game. If you do the math, that would mean you'd have 3 hammers to the other team's 2. Math not my strong suit, Jason, but I do know that.
Yeah. We're off now.
Well,
We
we've
wanna
got
roll
a
this
football
straight a bit.
coach here that was famous for saying something to the effect of, if you score more points than the other team, you usually win. So sometimes it can be that simple.
I don't mean to, I'm not totally diminishing my math skills, but I can get this math.
Here, I think we play here.
Team Campbell out of Arizona, their coach is here with them, Mike Siggins, who's had been at, I think, both club nationals and was a runner-up in the mixed fours nationals not too long ago.
Line's good. 3-4-3. Well, you want to guard. 3. It's moving well now.
I'll tell you what, Darren Campbell
on
is
curl,
really
easy on
quite
curl.
obsessed
It'll
with
curl
this
itself.
Taco Bell. He says he's a longtime investor in Taco Bell.
Sorry, guys. We gotta be tighter because it's easier. To
Now,
take
he said he's
anything
reached
or
out numerous times to USA Curling to see if Taco Bell could be the official sponsor of USA Curling. I don't think I've seen those messages. Darren, I'm happy to talk to you about it if you have an in at Taco Bell. So. Thorson here trying to play this come around with a corner guard up and a guard just off the center line. They say the line is tight. Looks like this might be tight and light.
You're good. Let's just go double center.
That's fine.
So they'll leave a staggered guard there now, which can be dangerous. Darren Campbell will ask Paige Peterson to play this out-turn draw around those 2 centerline guards. 2 options here. Could use the corner guard you put up, but certainly going Going around the center line guard at this point is a common approach as well. They did have a quick look there. That was a good catch to see if it was touching the center line. This looks pretty good.
Easy on curl.
Peterson with a good shot.
Awesome. We got poked out a little bit.
Over curling even just a little bit, but
Wayne thinks he can get to this with hack. Long way to push it with hack, but certainly available.
Connor! We're tight! All the way, Connor! You're
Might have got that going a bit, but it's close.
All right, curl! Curl!
Yeah, you got to scrape by the guard here. You need to really paper it. Well done.
That's a good line call. Beautiful.
Great shot there
Nice shot.
from Dan Hoy.
Still like normal?
great team shot with a lot of communication there of exactly what they're looking for. And that's one of the wonderful things that you see here is all the teamwork, all the communication to make any single shot come off well.
You're okay. Am I in your way? Easy, easy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is Jared Kiesling.
Yep, hard.
Jared's originally from the Bay Area, now makes his home in Arizona.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Curl, curl, curl.
They like to make a big roll here. They're on the wrong side for the roll. A little bit of a miscommunication there.
990. Where do you want to go? I'll take those.
Got a lot of house to roll to. Second, Kiesling here is known for he brings comedic relief to the team, according to the information they provided. We'll have to listen, Jason, to see if he provides any comedic relief during the game.
Line's good.
Okay, we got Waind. We're T.
We look all here.
Yeah. It might bite in though.
13-5.
Okay.
13-5 will be too heavy.
You know, you didn't have to sweep so hard.
So Hoy, after a good one on his first, is heavy on this.
Well, 3-7. No, I know. It looked good out of your hand. No, it wasn't.
Dean, one of our YouTube watchers, Scott Topher, says that they don't hold Jared being from the Bay Area against them. So we got that going for us. I was just in San Francisco. It was fantastic. If that's what the Bay Area is. And that's not talkback, that's direct, so everybody hears me. So, I'm Chris. I'm running the audio board. Peace out.
I'm glad you filled me in that everybody hears that, because here I've been trying to use that to make myself sound intelligent.
I know. I noticed that when
sharing.
you did the Marco hack thing. I thought, oh, he probably thinks I have that talkback, but this is a better headset. So.
I mean, every other time I'm on these, I have to be careful not to talk to the person nobody else can hear.
Yep.
And now I hear that everybody's hearing you, Chris. So fire away. You're the third guy in the booth then.
Yeah, I'll keep it to a minimum because people find that confusing.
I'm all right. I'll identify you from here on out.
All right. There's the Canadian coming in the out.
No. Lived in the U.S. for more than half my life, Chris, and a citizen since 2000, so I'm all in.
Amanda has said that the audio is sounding great on ice and off, and cameras are great here. It's first class.
Oh, way to go, Amanda. We like a little positive reinforcement. Very thanks here to Chris, who you're all listening to now, who has this set up here and has scheduled commentators. I don't know how many games I'll do, but I wanted to help out Chris with this one. We have a number of things happening with USA Curling this weekend. It's our spring in-person board meeting. So here, as I like to be at every championship, I think I wasn't able to make mixed fours this year because there were World Curling meetings, and wheelchair mixed doubles was one that I had a conflict for. So
Just for the record, I want to say Adam Height and Matt Long do all the camera work. There's probably other people. They do all the technical work. I just am an organizer, and I seem to talk all right.
Well, there you go. Many thanks to them. Well, a bit of a now Campbell line, too, behind this yellow stagger. And, Jason, it looks like Waind will take on this slash.
A few more stones in play this end, going a little bit more aggressive here, and we'll get to see a few more interesting shot-making opportunities here this end, I feel.
Important shot here. Looks like they're going to have to go to hold this straight. They got to hit it. Probably a thin half will do it. A thick half might. There you go. So stuffs it behind there. Still leaves Campbell lying 1, but does remove 1 counter.
You like the same shot or coming here?
I like the same shot.
I think this is here.
Yeah.
Right on it.
We maybe should have blown that up. Same thing. Smart play. Then they throw the guard.
Nice shot, by the way.
So the staggered guard there that developed early in the end, Jason, has turned out to be
We got some room.
a weapon for Campbell and a bit of a problem here for Waind. But this looks heavy from Bernstein.
Jared, we're on this. Jared, hard. Hard.
Now it's a matter of how thick they hit this one. Ooh, they might.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Just snuck
Probably
it
near
by.
the line. I think we're
probably wanted to stay on it to get by both and take that one deeper. Now there is a double here
Stay close, guys.
for
We need to
Waind.
judge those.
I think so.
Can't be walking. Stay close to the rock. I hear you. Yes.
So opportunity here now for Waind. He can make this outturn double and lie 2 behind the stagger.
Yeah, got it.
It's like a lot of ice for crossing the face to me, Jason, but
We've been seeing the stones move an awful lot, and even if they're not playing the proper double, even if they get that hit and kind of flop over onto the center line red, it will make it much more difficult for Campbell to score 2 here.
Yeah, we can hold her.
Waind or Campbell was suggesting the double's not there. When I look at it on the camera, it certainly seems like it is to me. But even the hit and roll gets him out of a lot of trouble. Waind with his first.
That's heavy. Dan,
This
curl.
is not
Halfway.
narrow to the broom either.
All the way curl. All the way curl. Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it. All the way curl. All the way curl.
It's okay.
So it does remove 1, but didn't get to the inside of that, which was what he needed.
Just get by it.
As a sweeper, that's my favorite call.
Right by that.
Can't
Yeah,
hurt it.
I've got the middle. And once they're by,
Stop thinking,
we can
just
get by.
sweep.
I don't even care if we're like near those boys. Like, that's all right, whatever. But we want to be 2.
I particularly like that on draws, Chris, but
I mean, short's the miss here.
Well, like if you worry about the quality of the shot, for sure. But I just like the
right,
can't
guys.
hurt it.
Feel right now.
Yeah.
Chris Lisney, an endorsement for Can't Hurt It, Jason. All right, here we go now with Campbell with his first opportunity here now to really put some pressure on. Makes this good, makes this
Stay
well.
close, because that red guard is
And-
kind of coming into play to the draw path, okay?
Okay.
Campbell's absolutely right there that the way the ice curls, the high red corner guard is actually a factor. Love to lock one right on top of his own and really force
09,
Waind
good-
to make
good
some
push.
decisions.
Pretty close.
Top 8, top 4.
Saying top 8. I don't know about
Still
you,
gotta
Jason,
curl.
but it looks like
Top
more
4. It's curling
to
now.
me.
Top 4.
Starting
That's
to curl
starting
now,
to dig
though.
in now. Yeah, now the weight's coming off. Stay close to it. Could be really good. Now they might want to make sure
Gotta
their
be
second
shot, guys. Gotta be shot. Second. It's gotta be second.
second shot. And they are.
Very nice.
Really well done, actually.
Very well made.
Thank you, boys.
Let's listen
Thank
in
you.
as Waind reviews his options.
Yeah, it was like
You hit that really thin, it jams, but
they're on it.
best case is you hit when everything spills.
If I'm throwing this shot, I'm catching. That should
Yeah,
go
even
across.
if this-
Maybe the double.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Well, yeah. Even if you spill, though, it forces them a draw for 2, or you come here. But yeah, it's whatever, however you want, right? You want to give up 2 or 1 or 3. I don't think we can really get anywhere hidden coming this way.
No, I don't think so.
Like, it's going to leave him an open hit for 3.
Yeah. Would you rather come in the draw?
If we leave it top 8, he's got no hit.
Yeah.
Unless he can pick that out of there, which maybe he can. I don't know.
Play conservative now?
Well, I mean, like, that's a hard shot, this one, right?
Yeah. Art,
But
let's draw.
if you leave it short, he can't really, but
Nope. Yeah.
Tend to think the conservative call would be that slash, Jason. You're never getting rid of both, but you could remove one and limit the damage to 2. Playing the draw here certainly brings 3 into play. One thing they didn't discuss was wrapping around everything in the forefoot, going to the back of the button. Tough with that high corner guard, but
that one that's in there.
Yeah. So
We're making their shot for
we want to
3.
leave it top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to talk, but I think we can. But
Yeah, with this call, it sounds like, and based on the conversation we're hearing, they're almost kind of conceding that they're going to give up 2 and just saying we're going to make a shot so that they can't get 3, as opposed to trying to take the 1 off with that that double off of our right side here.
8. Whoa.
sweepers off this one early.
We're around that first thread on the outside.
Are we by?
We're tight. Connor,
Now their yellow
Guys,
guards
we're
are
gonna tip.
looming.
get the roll.
This is problematic. So they'll come up short and bounce.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if our draw path's there anymore.
See what Campbell thinks about drawing. They haven't looked at the intern. I mean, the intern draw to the is probably easier.
4 foot, right? I'm just saying that the right way to kind of
Jason,
cutting right there.
Amanda
But that's the
gave
shot.
you a
We
whole
can't do
bunch
any
of
damage like
praise
with this,
in the chat.
Like if it does happen. So,
Wanted to say that you've done a
yeah, if you
phenomenal
got it the
job
right
at
way, we
Dakota,
gotta maneuver it
and
through.
were the
And
primary
over
driver making great
unbelievable.
improvements there.
I
And
mean, we
above
gotta
all
tap
that,
it
you're
too,
even
not
nicer
easy.
as a
I'd take
person,
little more.
and that the bond feels there are fantastic.
Come up a
Oh
little
my
Wow.
goodness. My goodness, to say that Amanda's too kind doesn't even begin to start that one. And
I'm gonna try to draw through there for a bit
I'm
of
going
a
to say
4 foot.
thank goodness we're not on camera because I'm probably blushing too. So.
Well
But,
done, Jason. I know in our time
is just
working
really tight.
USA Curling and you,
So
it's been
I don't know if we're
terrific.
gonna get
So
through it. I'm wondering if you just
they
throw a
never
little
really
bit more
looked at the
handle
intern
through
draw
it.
here, Jason, which I think would be a little easier.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at that because
shots there.
really they don't even need to touch the 4 foot here. They just need to get a little bit better than full
Keep the
8.
broom down, we might be driving
So-
you through here.
And now they have to navigate a staggered port. So I think the intern draw could have been back 8 and score, just touch the back of the 4 foot. Tough shot here.
Just clean. Got it.
You have to paper that.
You're gonna have to play the tap.
Oh, now they're adjusting here. Oh, the tap is the call now, which
Hard, guys, hard.
has a possibilities, to be honest. Wow.
Got to get it there.
Didn't quite make it, so it'll be 2 for Campbell. They'll take a 3-1 lead into the 5th end. We'll be right back after the 4th end break with more action here from the 2025 USA Curling 5 and Under Nationals.
Is that where that goes? Okay. Oh, is it? Are you? I think this one's mine.
I put it on the yellow side.
Oh, yours has what size are you? Oh my gosh, we both have this little like circle piece here that I've always kind of done mine as. Yeah, mine's an XL.
Yeah, this one's mine.
Okay. You're right. What's that? Oh, we did not yet. Was it? It was 2 red down there, right?
red. Unless you want to say like 3 yellow, then
No.
I'm fine with that.
No, I appreciate your sportsmanship though.
Yeah.
Good game. You guys are playing really well.
likewise.
Yeah. Nice deuce. Nice deuce, guys. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
You guys are playing great. I think you're staying patient. Took a chance there in the 4th end through the corner guard.
Yeah.
Worked out for you.
Nice draws.
Yeah, I like that you didn't force it. Like you went around the stagger there. That was great.
That was trouble if they got there. So.
I agree. The only comment I had is
More room over here, huh? You were asking about that, but yeah. Left the double on that side. this on that side is wide and jamming into our red. So it was all true. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Maybe the draw on the other side was it. And you called that, Jared. So.
I think the hits are fantastic. You guys are grooming them right. You're throwing them great. We haven't flashed one yet.
Yeah.
If you're feeling comfortable, you can dial down the weight by that. If you like normal, you guys are doing a good job sticking around.
Yeah. Huge hit and rolls, by the way, the wings. Yeah, give you that.
You know what's amazing? Both teams are making all of them.
I know. I know.
The level of play so far today across all our teams that I've seen versus the 8 a.m. game is great.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, this is our pool.
Right? Keep it up. All right.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. I think you can, with the score the way it is, we're probably going to have to press a little bit.
Yeah.
So you could have an opportunity to set up a steal here.
Steal,
so
yeah.
feel free to, obviously go in. But if there's room in corners, make a couple guards.
And then if we're still in a good situation with a guard and one behind it, maybe peel a corner.
Yeah, you can't actually worry about it. If the guard's good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right, yeah. They made some good angle runs and stuff too, so they're making some good shots.
A lot of great shots.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys are playing great. So the instincts have been fantastic. Don't try to do anything too differently.
Yeah, I think we just keep this momentum, keep this pace. Huh? Doing all right.
You guys have been great. Yeah, patience. You guys have been great on time. I'm also seeing a lot of smiling out there and stuff like that.
Thanks. Yeah.
I did tell them that my secretary was sweating.
Oh no.
I know.
Where'd I put my broom?
Yeah. Maybe he blossoms with it.
Yeah, we're fine, you guys. Hey, we got to get a 2 here. Well, we don't need one, but like,
Sure.
yeah, we're fine, guys.
Appreciate it.
It's been a fun game, right? We're gonna have to make shots to win this game. That's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, they're outdrawing us right now. I think that's the difference.
I know. Yeah. It's the only. Yeah.
I think we're playing well though. We got a minute.
Beer and a cigarette.
There first.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't mind that. Why didn't we go do that before? Tell me I can just get the ball in the hole in one shot every time.
Waiting for my half to pull it forward. It looks like so. It's great.
All right.
Yeah, we had 30 seconds, and then they're throwing. It looks like they're going to head down here soon. So I think we're good. Let's go. We're throwing. Let's go. Paige, in.
Yeah. We'll want it at the end though if we get into it, but let's not save time though to just be down 4 either. So yeah,
Hey,
good
They're gonna come
communication.
in. Do we want to play corner?
Too early still.
Okay.
Five, six. Oh, picking your nose, yeah. I'm fine.
All right, we're back after the fourth end break here at the 2025 USA Curling 5 and Under Nationals. It's his Team Campbell out of Arizona versus Team Waind. Campbell with 2 in the fourth. They take a 3-1 lead into the fifth end.
Those have been through.
Go for it. You bet.
That was Paige Peterson's first through the rings. One of the things that some of these teams will need to adjust to is the fact that the ice crew will run the mop between ends. Even at the high levels, Jason, it seems we're always talking about the ice being faster and somebody not adjusting. So as a former lead at the high level, I used to try to convince myself to adjust. Does pick up the speed a bit.
Yeah, it's tough for the teams, tough for the players. You know, they're playing the first half of the game. They're developing that muscle memory and understanding exactly what they need to do and what they need to throw. And then we throw a little curveball at them with the fourth end break there, and they need to kind of readjust all over again.
Whoa, 9-4, whoa. Curl hard.
Trying to warp this one over. It looks
Hard for
like it's not going to get enough to touch it or move it. So Peterson with a miss there in his second.
Mind sweeping?
Interesting note here. Peterson suggests that a pregame beer is critical for peak performance. I'm not sure if I can agree with that, but I do. I am endorsing a post-game Dales. So I'm relentless in my support of sponsors.
I got same weight.
A post-game Dales
Yeah,
while wearing a
probably
Columbia jacket
That's curling a lot.
is
though.
ideal.
Shoot.
This rock's going to curl hard to the edge here, I think. And we'll have a hard
I don't
time.
think you can.
Won't find the rings. Well, it's got a chance, actually. They just
Classic.
Just a bit outside.
call that a gutter ball. So just off the edge there. So now Kiesling will try to pick up his teammate Peterson here and make this hit.
Whoa! Page. Hard. Go for it, Josh. Hard, bud.
Just enough to move
bring
it
in
out
the
of the
broom.
rings. Does look as though on hits, these teams might be giving more broom than I would suggest, Jason. I mean, one of the things when we sand rocks is that when you throw a hit on championship ice, they can run pretty straight. So just because it's curling a ton on a draw usually doesn't translate to hits with a little more weight.
It kind of seems that they made a couple adjustments. They've thrown a little bit more weight at it, being a little more positive with those shots, and then getting that extra broom on it as well.
14,
Again, a little bit of adjustment that they'll have to make again to dial that back in.
Finish it. Yep, finish it.
Kiesling will get ready to throw his second as Hoyes
Nice shot, Dan.
slips into the rings. Again, a lot of ice here. Kiesling has no shortage of aspirations, by the way, Jason. He wants to have the best-looking curling shoe every year, to be the best second at his home club, to win a 5U qualifier every year, to win
Line's good.
nationals,
Yep.
to make it a men's club nationals, defend his Mopac seniors title.
Hard, guys.
It goes on from there, but he also wants to make fun of Bob Leclerc, Coach Siggins, and
Hard,
Eric
hard,
Cowell.
hard, hard. Hard, no roll, hard.
You know, if he does a third of that, he's going to have a fantastic year every year.
It's a lot.
No, you're good. I was
Well,
just
he
trying
hits
to
and
get rid of
sticks.
the tripping hazard. Beauty.
You're good.
I will say he is sporting a pretty nice looking pair of shoes there, so whether they're best
Best in show.
in show, well, we'll have to leave that to everybody watching at home to decide.
Art, you ready? Yep, Art. Art, all the way curl. All the way curl for
Thorson
a piece.
trying to
Hard,
work
hard,
this one
hard,
over.
hard.
Again,
Hard,
another one that might have
hard.
been a little big on the ice where the broom was, and he'll just tickle it to the edge of the forefoot. Now we'll see what Campbell decides.
Tickling the rocks might now be my favorite call.
Top 12, top 8.
So it looks like Campbell will go top 8 here. Probably be good to put in a place that avoids a double, or
Line's good.
it's not a great rock to guard at this point
Top
in
eight's
the end, but especially with a 3-1 lead.
Hasn't curled yet.
Gotta dig.
Okay, it's moving now.
Might be tapping the red.
Maybe we bring it on it. It's already on it, I think.
Already on it. Yep.
Easy on curl.
Sit.
Okay.
Well, they'll be
Just a little up, I think, guys. That's all.
in the rings. Opportunity now for a double.
Just this side of nose.
Okay. Chris.
Zach Anderson, who I think lives in Grand Forks, says that Tyler Despin has the best shoes, and they're on sheet 4 right now.
All the way, Dan. Stay on it.
Zach
hard.
Anderson's played in this
Hard,
event.
hard.
He's out of Fargo, actually, one of the a true great curling fan. We love to have
Oh.
Zach at events.
Yeah, in fact, I got to do commentary with him last year at this
Did you?
event.
Yeah.
So,
Did we have to bleep
Hi,
him
Zach.
at all? Because that could come into play with Zach sometimes. But great guy. Love to have him at events. He goes to a lot of events and is a great factor in the stands.
He would like you to personally drink a Dean's for him.
Well, we'll miss you at the auction too, Zach, because when we do an auction at this event, Zach's been a good supporter. So, along with all the guys from the Fargo-Moorhead Curling Club, so hats off to them. Bernstein now trying to draw another one in. Well, there's a pocket double there now, or a freeze.
This way. Come this way.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try to lock one right in there.
What's the shot? Oh, I'm hitting between them? What's the shot here?
Right in the pocket.
Okay, let's go this way then.
That doesn't look like a lot of ice for this draw, Jason.
No, I have to assume when they say that they want to sit right there, they're planning to hit both stones at exactly the same time and basically stuff it there.
I'm not sure they're on the same page, though, because Waind tapped for a freeze, and, well, it's not going to matter because I think Sisson is throwing weight at this and playing this double.
Is that called a pair of pants? Is that what that's called?
I guess you can call it that. I'm not as well versed on the pair of pants thing. I think pair of pants is when you're throwing easy guards all the time. You're putting a pair of pants on it.
Oh.
But I could be wrong.
I think a pair of pants is, well, I think that was technically a pair of pants, although it was a little bit wide. It's a rock that you can hit right in the center of the two stones, and then they're both disappear.
That double is actually harder than people realize, but anyway, so he hits and removes one, and now Campbell will try to hit.
That's fine too, because if he hits it on the outside, he's going to spill this. If he noses it, we'll have a double. So we kept them grouped, right? That was it was an okay miss.
Yeah, Brandon would say keep them grouped.
Yeah, it was an okay miss.
Shout out to Coach Brandon.
Coach Brandon getting a shout out. Keep them grouped. I think what they're saying is keep them grouped if you're trying to save a double later. But Campbell playing the intern hit.
Easy. Curl all day.
Trying to carve this over. It's running a little straighter.
Hard.
Does jam. Will it go? I don't think it will.
Yikes. It's just straighter out there. Maybe I should have thrown the other handle.
There.
Sorry.
That's as soon as we made that shot, well, we talked it through.
A little confused by some of the broom placement here. That was a lot of ice. And I think, is Waind?
I'm going like 3-2, control.
Control. So this looks like a lot of ice for control to me, Jason. The other thing I haven't seen is, a lot of players would like to play this outside in with the out turn, run a little straighter.
Yeah, coming out of the break, it seems that the team's kind of made an adjustment, and they've moved everything up in the weight range a little bit.
Straight all the way. Off, down.
I don't know if straight was. Now, are they going to stick around? They are. They're going to stick over there.
On me. I should have had you over.
So I think it was just a lot of ice and then an early straight call, and now Campbell with an opportunity to work his way out of this end.
So maybe this gives us there. Was I out? Line looked okay? Okay, all right. Just curious.
Always good to be curious.
Yeah, hit and stick. Okay. Hit and roll in front of that back yellow for backer.
Same weight, normal?
Yeah, same weight. I overthrew it a little bit.
Okay, you got it.
But same weight will do it, I think.
Okay, you got it.
Last shot of the end here for Darren Campbell, trying to hit and stick. This is going to start to curl.
Hard.
But he will nose it, I think, and sit right there.
Okay.
So still an opportunity for a blank for Waind. Let's see if he wants to do that.
Yeah. We have to at least catch it.
Oh, perfect. Just throw the right weight.
Oh, we like the other handle on this one. Come on, guys.
Try for the
Do the
blank.
other handle.
No, I like this one. I like this handle.
They initially set up with the out turn. Sisson
Let's get it on the rock and let's try to hold it.
Yeah.
sped down
You know
there.
you're getting a piece. Let's try to hold it, and if we can hold it, we do. If not, then
Got to at least get one, if not blank.
yeah.
Those are the options. Last rock, fifth end. Waind trailing by 2.
Connor. All the way, Connor, for a piece.
This rock's curling. The trouble is if it crosses the face, it could jam.
No, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it.
I'm going to jam it. I'm not going to. Okay, so a score 1 for Waind. Make the score 3-2 after 5 ends. We'll be back with the 6th end in just a moment.
So used to league play. So used to league play. It's just like, let's head on down there. Hey, good battle there. Good battle.
Good battle, good battle. All right, team.
It's like going into the wings.
We're not playing a bad game.
I mean, they might be in steal mode now if we can get one in the wings and then play to the center after that. You know what I mean? So I'm surprised they went in on that on all those or whatever. But yeah, maybe we can generate it too.
Yeah, let's get our dudes.
Last time we had it was right out front here.
Ice is still very quick.
Let him sweep it in.
Right, very quick.
Connor's not working hard, so.
Let's go, guys.
Keep it outside. Wow, just wait, just wait, just wait. Yeah. If it goes to 10 now.
Center guard.
Opening shot, 6th end, 2025 USA Curling 5 and under Nationals.
Line's good.
T. We might stick a bot, but it's T.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
13-7-5.
Yeah.
That might be through the house.
See if Campbell's going to be nice to us here or not.
It might stick.
Man, you're a good guy. I don't care what anyone else says this weekend.
For you. A gift for you.
I don't like this here, but it's back house. Or we do that. Let's keep it simple.
What do you like here, Jason? Ignoring that one or making a play on it with last rock?
I generally I'd probably ignore it, but you know, you can't really argue with the idea. Keep it clean, keep it simple. If you think you're executing that game well, then you know, keep doing what's allowing you to be successful to this point.
Hard.
Looks like they will hit and
No roll. Hard.
stick around at the back. Let's see what Waind decides to do here. I think he's going to ignore it. He's going to draw to the side of the forefoot. I think if you ignore this one, you probably elect to put up a centerline guard.
That would have been my first thought.
Go. Wow. It's tight.
Hey, gotta be in. We can't guard.
Go.
Hey, let's curl. Curl. 15-2-8. Finish it. All the way. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Good sweep, Dan.
Pretty close. Very nice sweep.
So that ends up in front of the stone belonging to Campbell in the back of the 12-foot.
Pretty good.
Yep. Hard, guys, hard. It's moving. Hard, guys, all the way.
This one really taking
Josh,
off.
roll it. Go.
He'll stuff it at the back, but will eliminate the yellow stone.
Good sweep.
Yeah.
Yep, button weight.
Looks like Waind will try to
Line's good.
freeze here.
Rate's close. Like a 4 right now. 3, 4.
We're gonna have to curl.
We gotta wait.
Ho, ho, ho.
This one looking a little
Stay
heavy.
off it, stay off it.
Heavy and has some
13.75.
curling to do.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that quick.
I don't think Campbell's gonna be nice to us again.
And that will go through the ring, swept
Sorry.
through by
Only one gift per head.
Darren Campbell.
He did push
Yeah,
it.
Wayne, guy.
So Campbell will try to lie two. You want to put this, if he's going to lie two, in a place where double doesn't allow somebody to stick their shooter in the rings. Wayne trailing here in 6 does need to,
Little
try to
tight.
play for a steal and at least get a force here.
Top 8's great. I'm okay with here. Line's good. Nothing wrong with back 8.
Schrock needs to find a bit of gravel. He's looking for it, but I don't think it's going to find enough. That'll slip through. For Kiesling is
Well,
frustrated.
that might come into play.
Does lock on this back one here. Wayne call for the freeze again here, Jason?
Yep.
All right.
Three. We're gonna have to go.
Yep, curl.
There's a lot of curling to do. That doesn't look
Off.
doesn't look light either. It looks like it's got plenty of pace.
And might just slip through exactly like the previous shot.
That's a bummer. Man, we're making you work.
No, I know. It was a little cold. True.
So Campbell trying to ask Kiesling to draw to the wing again.
Line's great.
Gotta be in, boys. Hard, guys. Hard. Nope.
Might leave a corner guard, which would be a better miss than through the rings. They're trying to get it into the rings. Certainly can be used, though, now if Waind makes a mistake.
4 and a 430. Night and day there.
You want normal?
Yeah.
That corner guard will look for hit and roll here.
Usable. Use it as a corner. We got backer back here. Floated a bit.
We're trying to hit and roll behind the corner.
All the way hard. All the way
Trying to
hard.
carve this one over. Asking Thorson to do. It looks like it'll just be dead nose. Opportunity here now for Campbell to hit and roll behind that corner guard.
Nice sweep, Art. All right, Josh, pick this up.
Yep.
On it early.
Hard, guys.
Roll behind the corner. Seems unlikely,
Okay,
but
whoa.
now they may as well roll big to the
No.
other side.
Josh.
Great weight, Josh. I need to give you more ice.
You like this better?
Are you trying to roll at all?
Yeah.
Woo.
Art. All the way
Sisson trying to make this hit and roll, but he needs to carve it over a bit. It'll be another nose hit. Another opportunity here now. First one to roll behind the corner guard certainly has an opportunity.
Yeah, they keep working that stone just a little bit higher and higher in the house, and it's going to make that roll, if either team gets it, just that much more dangerous.
Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This rock has some curling to do. This is close to an air ball, I think. And there's a miss from Josh Bernstein.
If we can, even if we come here and make them shoot the double and we touch, anywhere this line.
Things are running straight when we're full and wide.
I think the straight guard's the call here. You don't need to be in the rings.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is.
No, wait, I want to be, give me,
Try to guard it.
right there.
I think you want to guard this one in a place, too, where the Campbell can't hit and roll on.
Chill, boys.
Roll on behind the corner, even if it was July's second shot.
Sweep or sweep?
I don't want to see a 3. 4+.
Yep.
All right, Waind with his first here in the sixth end. He's lying one, his team is. Trying to throw a guard here.
What did he say? Inside.
No.
I think the line is fine, though.
Okay, whoa, then. Yeah, go then.
Hard curl.
So it really needs to finish.
Now they're gonna
Stay on it, both.
well, bring it into the ring. Certainly a double opportunity here now for Campbell. Might be able to make a double in a roll, just.
Normal? Yeah. Okay. I think that's close. Having a hard time figuring out the lines right now with so it looks tight, but let's leave it. I think we're close.
Darren Campbell trying to trust his
Normal,
broom
normal
here.
up. Okay.
Can always be a challenge when you're skipping to trust
Hit
your
it a
own
hair
broom.
high, try to roll left and
It's the only time of the game where you start looking at the shots in the opposite direction, and they all look different.
It's true. I know I'm guilty of that. Sometimes get to the hack for the first time when I'm skipping and then think that looks like a lot or not enough ice. You're right. It's different perspective. Darren Campbell, his first here. He's looking for, love to make the double in a roll. Certainly close to the double. He doesn't want to stuff it. That's the only thing he can't do, right? It's close to that. Oh, there's the double.
Got it.
Ooh.
And those stones in the back that they thought might get interesting almost did.
Wow, and he rolls
wasn't
for
the way I wanted to make it. Sorry about that.
biter on the edge.
Wasn't
And
the way I wanted to make it, but
I appreciate the gesture there by Campbell. I'm a big believer to apologize when you make the miss, when you make the shot the exact opposite way you planned. Well done, Darren.
A little bit in.
Still a great result for him. He's got a biter over on the edge.
Do we want to try to talk?
I don't know. What do you think? That one, I felt the
Waind will talk this over.
Like, how many more opportunities are we going to get to try to bury one?
Not a lot of rooms out there for some.
So it's up to us. Like you feel good with your shot?
Yeah.
You threw a really good one last time.
I just need that same weight that it's through.
I think so, and just call the right line, right? Like, we're not going to get a ton of opportunities to be aggressive.
Yeah, they're not missing shots, so let's take our shot here.
Well, there's a thought process. I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect either. If it's buried, you've got to force. It could be deep, as long as it's not available. But key thing is here, make sure it's buried. Force Campbell to draw for one.
We're going to have to curl. It's going to be the finish like we did last time.
This rock does have some curling to do. It's well by the guard.
Let's hug. Let's go, both.
1440.
Hard.
What you
Hard
don't
all
want
the
to
way
do
to
is
tuck. Hard all the way.
leave it open for
Hard,
an
hard,
open
hard,
hit for
hard,
two.
Hard, guys. You got it. Stay on it. Hey, heck of a sweep. Nice sweep.
It's a little better than edge to edge. Let's listen in to Campbell.
Yeah.
You got all of it.
Object one is getting around and hitting it, so I think let's try control.
So big opportunity here for Campbell. Score 2 here in the 6th would really take a stranglehold on the game. Is available, Jason.
Little control weight on this.
Teams have been struggling a little bit with hit weights, especially as they start to come down off of that normal weight hit, and making sure that they manage this stone well. So there is room, just not a ton of it.
So Darren Campbell's told his brushers he's going to throw control. Certainly doesn't have to even get super tight to the guard. Rock on the way. Last shot, 6th end, hit for 2.
Line.
This looks pretty close. I wouldn't keep it too straight. This looks really good if they can bring it up just a bit, and it is.
Just good enough to stick.
Good enough to take 2, so make it 2 for Campbell. Make the score 5-2 after 6 ends in favor of the team from Arizona. We'll be right back with the 7th end in just a moment.
So we're first. Let's meet the boys here.
Sorry, my bad. I'm not used to them. I'm all over the place.
I'm glad it was moving. And thanks for being attentive to it. Thanks for jumping online and then offline. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it up. We got that was the 6th. We give them here. They're going to have to try to score 2. So we're going to be putting up corner stuff. Let's control the center and then go from there, right?
Harder than harder.
You want me to? Yeah, I got you. I'm down there.
Yeah. Heads up. We want a guard. Yep. And we're good on time, fellas. I mean, unless they give us, they're going to come in though, and they're not missing. I was like, if they throw a corner guard for us, we maybe just try to use it.
Yeah. Don't they make that mistake? Chris, if that ends up happening, let's go to the other side. Let's double corner it right away.
Okay, Brandon. 5-6.
5-6.
Seventh end, 5-2 lead for Darren Campbell and his team out of the Coyotes Club in Arizona.
Dean, I can't help but notice we got 2 teams here playing in their first game, and I think we've picked the teams from clubs with the both the coldest climate and the warmest climate that we could possibly put together in a first-round matchup here.
Interesting, yeah. Don't think there's not an Alaska team at this event, but Alaska does have a 5-and-under Bonspiel. It's very popular at the Fairbanks Club. We can give you some updates from the other sheets. Muir's in the adjacent sheet on sheet 6. She is Queen of Muir. She's up 6-4 over Wysocki. Green trails Betzold. Looks like that is 4-3. They're playing the 7th. Sundrum with a big 6-1 lead over Horgan.
That's a 6-3.
6-3, yeah, one's behind the pillar. Thank you, Jason. And then looks like we've wrapped up the game on sheet 2. Kunkel was up 8, playing 6, and it looks like Russ conceded. And over on sheet 1, we've got Wright up 3-2 over Elliott. They just wrapped the 6th end, though, so we'll see what score goes up there. Corner guard goes up after the initial throw by Peterson onto the button.
Line's good. Is it more than the last? You swept the last one hard.
Top 12.
Top 12's okay. Top 8's better. I think we're there. It's curling now. Whoa. Your call. Jared's rock.
Whoa.
Jared, curl a little bit, bud. We want it on it. It's not on it yet. Very good. Very good. Very good.
So in the rings, covering the redstone. Really needed that one to be out, actually, but.
Scott Topher says that he curled in the Fairbanks Bonspiel this year, and it was -20 Fahrenheit.
Ah, but the warmth of the people, Christopher.
Yeah, and it's a dry cold.
It's dry, and love the folks from the Fairbanks Curling Club and the Anchorage Club. They've been at Club Nationals, Mixed Fours. Hope to take a national championship up there before too long. Always like to have some lead time on that so that people can plan that trip. But Bunch of good avid curlers, and of course those clubs have produced some great players in the past. Colin Huffman, Jessica Schultz. Sure, I'm Vicky Persinger.
If you had a guess, or if you had to calculate, because you're a math whiz,
yes.
What is 20 below Fahrenheit in Celsius?
Does that mean 4,
20
5,
below
3?
Fahrenheit. Don't the numbers start to come together at some point?
Yes, that's the
Okay,
trick.
easy,
Yes.
easy. Line's more important,
So,
guys. Stay close. Line's more important.
I don't know. I'm going to say maybe it's 25 Celsius.
Whoa, I think the weight's
That's
close.
Minus
close.
25.
Negative 28.9.
Ah, see, right. Yeah.
There you go.
That's pretty impressive, actually. I'm impressed
Yeah,
myself.
I am impressed with you. Yeah. Just in that one thing, though.
Yeah. Please limit that. That's the extent of my resume at the moment. So Campbell in a good situation here. Probably would have liked to just guard it there and guard those 2 rocks that are top 8 and on the button. But now Waind will ask Hoy to remove something here. Waind chasing here early. He needs to leave some rocks around. Trailing 3 here in 7. He needs to. That's a pretty good
Oh, I can't
result.
sweep that. I'm sorry.
I don't think it
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Right. He's got a strong swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he skipped.
Zach said something about the Persinger show at mixed fours.
Yes.
Some unreal shots apparently in the playoffs.
Greg Persinger was skipped a team at the Mixed Fours Nationals. Greg used to play with Colin and
Yep.
Rich Runin, one of the top players, men's players in the country, great shooter. That was the one mixed national. That was the one event I missed this year. One championship.
Very nice.
So Kiesling
sweep,
will
guys.
lose his own that's
Thank
on the
you.
button, but will
Worry about
remove
the
the
kick,
yellow
so.
stone. Opportunity here now for Wayne to just ignore these 2 red stones. Use that corner guard. What do you like here, Jason?
Yeah, down 3, you got to start to generate some offense here, and while getting rid of the stone at the top 12 isn't terrible, keeps a little bit of the middle open. I think at this point it's time to take a few risks.
Yeah, and you have the corner guard up. You could use it here. You could go behind it and be shot as well. So,
Yeah. Snuck up on you.
I mean, now for instance, if Campbell wanted to, he could walk up and peel that corner guard, and be assured probably that he's not giving up more than 1.
Yep.
They could just put something up here.
He's going to play the draw to the other side.
Looked like he looked at it for a second there, but thought otherwise.
He's going really wide here to draw to the other side. The other way to play this would be inside out. Might be a little easier.
I don't think you'd hurt it, guys.
In fact, it looks like he's playing more back to the center line here.
Well, he was trying to be on the
1580 all the way,
outside
guys. Dig,
edge,
dig, 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 dig.
but when you have to go that wide,
Keep
it's tough
going, keep
to
going.
get there.
Very nice. Good sweep, guys.
It's impressive how far they dragged that, I think.
Agreed, Chris. It was a 15-5 hog to hog, so they did drag it quite a way.
Good release. We're by this one.
Now they are using the corner guard, so
We're right here.
got a couple things in the back there, too, to make removing this stone challenging.
It's going to be heavy, eh?
Stay on it.
They
Stand
could lock
straight.
right on here. This could be a really good shot. Don't want to bounce. Just leave it there. That's a really good shot. Really good result for Sisson.
Shot partially covered, so
I think we opened that up.
Now Campbell might be regretting his decision not to peel.
so at least it looks like he's going to take care of it now.
Right.
Yep, yep. Campbell.
What they don't want to do is do this jam.
Oh.
But
oh my!
God.
Somehow finds its way through there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to set that up, Jason, and you and I go out and try that all day to do it, to make it like that.
Didn't like that slide, huh? Yeah. Broom.
I mean,
I'm
how
looking
did
at
it,
the camera over here just to try and see the position and the setup in the house, and
we can't generate.
how did it get through that channel?
Something we gotta.
I don't know.
I mean, that was Sisson's going to go down there calling a timeout. They're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, I think I should have cleared you first shot, but all good. They made a nice shot there. I know.
I think it's only their team.
I was kind of hoping it hit the yellow on the top of it somehow, I think.
Yeah, so if we come over here, they're throwing the hits. Like, but the other thing is, do we just come here and just try? I mean, mine was a miss, but it was a semi-okay miss, but it still racked theirs out. I think if we
How
sit
are you ever getting
if we
three?
sit here, they are throwing a hit and just blowing this up.
Yeah. If we leave a wrong angle,
I think we play over here, hope for a miss if we're hoping for
Sure,
three.
we have to be shot with it, otherwise they can chase this one.
Yeah, we got to be touching 8.
Yeah, in 8, yeah.
Yeah.
No double.
Yeah.
And then let them chase here and
Yeah, because then they'll hit and try to come here for a double potentially.
yeah.
Or they might just be content playing hits over here and giving us our 2 and going into 8 with up 1 with hammer.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yeah, we might trade that, and
Yeah.
if we're okay with that, because that's probably best case scenario if we go here, right?
Yeah.
But
I
if we
think so.
come,
I gave you 5 feet of ice about, so I'm going to probably give you 5 feet. Try to have you sit here.
if we
probably
go
about there.
here, and they try to hit us, it's jam,
Yeah.
and we're sitting 2, and they might roll to here. If
Yeah.
we can hit and roll over, that's the only way I can see us scoring 3 out of that. But you have to be perfect corner frozen right here.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we can save that for later.
Yeah, let's
Play
go here
here,
first.
let's let them chase, yeah.
So Sisson and Wayne talk through the options. Down 3, they may want to take a look at the some sort of freeze over there, but they're going to draw open. Try to lie 2.
And basically hoping for a miss on a hit here at some point to bring 3 into play. Otherwise, trading hits to take 2 isn't a terrible outcome, but that does leave them down 1 going into the 8th without the hammer and would need to steal.
We could probably get 2 here, I think, if this is done right. Line's good. Good release.
Boom down.
How's weight?
Close. Go a bit, I think.
Yep.
Well, they can't be light.
Both go hard.
They said they thought it was a little light. You definitely can't be light,
Yep,
and this
gotta go.
looks like it's going to come up short. It's going to start to curl, and all the weight's going to come off.
I mean,
Hard.
5 and Under Nationals team forgetting they're wearing the mics. What is that, third shot?
It's, third shot right now. So, yeah, that red at the kind of tucked behind the yellow
Miss
is
it high,
second
if
shot right
anything.
now.
We could do this, but I'd like to leave that one alone. So I think we missed it high, right? So let's throw normal at this, right? Let's bring it out here. And make sure we hit it high, sit here. We could it'd be nice to be sitting 2, but I think we're gonna picky. Let's just hit it.
Mission number 1 is clear. Make the Yellowstone go away.
Yeah, make the yellow go away. You'd love to lie 2 after this, but not an easy spot to do that. Avoid a jam.
If we do remove that back red, we just need to make sure the yellow goes with it. Normal.
Darren Campbell, his first here in the 7th end. His team ahead 5-2.
This one's got to move a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to rifle it right through into your own here. He's going to get, oh, not the outcome they were looking for. So now, opportunity here for Waind to lie 3.
I was a little nervous when I heard him call normal for the weight there with the broom that I saw down. Everything from that normal up has really seemed to be running really true, really straight, versus anything kind of that control down has been moving. So I think they kind of got caught out by that again.
Which is maybe fine. If we come, you want to do that, or you want to sit up top?
I don't know if we hit here. If they get that hit and roll here, then you got to play that. I think it's either here or here.
I like coming here better.
I think I'd avoid grouping stones here. There's a place to put it where a double's really tough, and then you're on your way to a 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think here's your miss.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty good spot, the miss.
Yeah.
So, if it ends up there, I think that's a pretty good spot.
Yeah. I don't think they're ever going to, I'll take that side down. I don't think they're ever going to freeze, but above T-line is still nice.
I doubt they'll freeze.
Yeah.
That would be high stakes for sure.
3-9 maybe. 3-9. 3-9. I got 8.
It felt light though. Go a little bit.
Waind thinking he's a little bit light. Sweepers thinking it was all there.
Our top one. Okay.
They can't come to the nose of that top one either. They're going to have to make sure they bounce it a bit. I would be trying to bounce big, I think. Well, there's a double there.
And we maybe should have got on it a little.
I don't know why a marching band just came up first. There was
the players on the ice seem as confused as everybody else, so must be in the ice shed.
Yeah, I mean, that one's going to go off of anything.
Is that suddenly?
Let's put it here.
Maybe we should alert someone here at the St. Paul Curling Club that the stereo system out there is suddenly gone rogue.
There we go. Seems like that's been.
Seems like it's been resolved. I was trying to figure out where the crying baby was coming from earlier, but I thought maybe there was a curler out there with a child and a baby Bjorn or something for. All right, here we go. Campbell with a marching band behind him, about to try this double for to try to limit the damage here. And I guess there might be a triple here if you threw it really hard.
Yep. Hard.
It's close. There it is.
Got the double.
That's the double, and
just sliding back.
Slides a little deep, but it's a big shot for Campbell. Now Waind with just a draw for 2.
Thank you. Redemption.
I don't know if it was like one of our wives got on the mic and tried to beat you up. I don't know.
That was great.
Well, at least the players have a positive attitude about the marching band.
Oh, right.
You know, I've always tried to figure out how could I get a band to play for me when I'm getting ready to throw, you know, get the atmosphere going and everything like that, but I've never actually had it happen, so.
What was the last one? I had an 8 on it.
Leave that up to my teammates. I'd probably get circus music anyway.
So 3-8, 3-9.
Well, 3-8. Yeah, 3-8. Left it.
Go a little bit.
Yeah, we're not going to hurt it.
Take a look. Take
We're
a
not
look.
hurting it. No, we don't. Just go.
Gotta.
It's got to go.
They got to work on this one. They need full 8. Looks like it should be there, but
You gotta touch 8.
yeah, they made it.
Don't make me nervous like that.
There we go. Score it 2 for Waind here in the 7th end. Make the score 5-4 after 7 ends. Campbell will have last rock when we're back with the 8th end in just a moment.
All right, so they have to steal. They have to steal, so they're going to be playing everything in the center, right? Yeah. So they're going to put up some guards. So I think we come around it first and try to get top 4. Right, and then we just keep it open from there with hits. So as long as we have a draw in the end.
Better than heavier. Needed out
I think the story's told.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't want to leave that.
Exactly. So
We gotta leave. Cool.
Good to know, guys.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
Right here.
Center. Yep.
Between these dots, Art.
Yep. Connor, if you can bring it lower, bring it lower.
Yes.
A 1 on here, good luck. I mean, it's like, it's so, no.
All right, 8th end, close game. Jason Botterill, Dean Gemmel. We are here at the 2025 USA Curling 5 and Under National Championship. One thing I haven't mentioned, Jason, is an initial big proponent of this event was none other than 2018 Olympic gold medalist John Schuster. The first year I was involved in it, when we held it out in California, John was very involved and helped plan the format, and so hats off to John for his commitment to growing the sport at this level. I actually wanted to name the trophy after him, Jason, but he said he didn't want to do that. So,
Well, give it a year or two, and I think for all that he's doing for the game, I think it's fantastic. And like you say, being a big proponent and building this up kind of from a new curler level and really seeing that how important that is to the game is really a great service that he's given back there.
Of course, the defending champs from John's home club, Matt Mellon and his team from Duluth.
Switch when you can, yep. Bring it, guys. Bring it.
Now they want to bury this a little bit, at least get edge to edge. Pretty close.
Okay, very nice.
Pretty good result
Yeah.
for Peterson. Really need another guard here if you're Waind. Queen of Muirs with a big shot over in her game on sheet 6. Angle to sit 2.
We're outside of it. We're here right now. We're button.
This rock is heavy.
Ah, my bad.
I think we'll see.
Sorry.
I think we'll
Hey, good miss.
see Campbell
Nice shot, Art.
elect to hit this stone.
Stay control.
Paige Peterson should be able to see most of it from the hack. Asking for control weight.
It doesn't need to stick around or anything.
Yep.
Gotta go.
This
Hard,
is
guys,
tight
hard.
though.
Hard.
Camp
Come on,
doesn't want to touch the yellow guard and move it out, or he's close to hitting his own stone here.
Looks like he's going to pick that out.
Oh, we're going to roll in front of this thing. Oh.
Well, there's creativity. Wow. Another one tough to do there.
Nice shot. Sorry about that. That was
One way to do it.
Campbell apologizing again. Well done, Darren. Maybe that's Mike Siggins and the other crew at the Coyotes Club teaching him that practice.
11:50.
Yeah, I know.
This side. Let's spill this. We'll come this way.
Yeah, I don't mind playing that right now. Even if we get buried, they're just gonna.
I think it's time for another guard here. They're going to need to. They need to
full
steal.
control.
So.
Luckily, call for the hit here.
Connor! Stay on it all the way, Connor! You got it, Connor. It's perfect. Stay on it. Stay on it. You're good. You're good.
So that's a problem. He hits and rolls out here.
Let's go.
I think that
I think we'll see Campbell remove the corner guard. That's the stone that's problematic for him right now.
Maybe this way. Normal? Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Big roll, Josh. Big roll. Big, big, big.
It's a little fortunate, leaves the guard, but does remove the stone at the back.
Yeah,
but
not too bad.
center line guard for Waind to work with.
Josh. 10. Yeah, a 9 maybe, because Chris is like an 8. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nice and easy.
Wayne trying to wrap it around here and he's threatening something here.
Line's a little tight.
Okay, we can go a little bit, not much though.
You're good.
Okay.
Take a look. We're around it.
Okay.
Just wait. 14.75.
Close.
Hey, I think just let it finish. A little bit. Stay on it a little.
Looks pretty good. They can
Let it
warp it
finish,
in there,
let it
make
finish, let
make
it
it good
finish.
right on the top of the forefoot.
Perfect, Dan.
Campbell will have to try this run back now.
Normal. Yes, hard. Hard. Hard.
This rock is curling. You might have
Okay.
missed
Okay,
it.
save yourself.
Just gonna float by there.
Now an opportunity for Wayne to guard again, put up a higher guard. Can still get another one in there better as well. So
Good release.
Okay. Let it work. Let it work. Dan.
Yep, Dan.
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
Let it just come. A
Arm
little
finish,
bit, little
arm
bit.
finish, arm finish.
Off, off, off.
Arm-
Nicely placed center guard here.
So Campbell would love to get a double peel or get some action on the yellow stone and the rings. There is that would be the best result here.
Yep, hard. Peel.
This is
Hard.
Bernstein curling,
Whoa.
but get some action on everything would be great. Let's see. There,
2.
oh, there it is. Well, does open it up, gets rid of 2,
I got you. Got you. Thank you.
but leaves his shooter.
Yeah. Hey, let's try to bite. I think if we can.
Yeah.
Same weight. Bite if we can. Go.
So he could Christmas tree this a bit.
But I'm gonna try to do a 4-1.
If you're Wayne at this point, you're also thinking you might want to have Campbell throwing against the loss with his last one, rather than just line one. So we'll see how that develops over these next few shots.
Little
It's a bit
inside.
A bit inside. Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Bit tight to the broom, but I think the weight is all there, so I don't think they're going to wreck. Well, now it's starting to go.
It's really going.
Dan.
They're
Hard.
by the guard, though.
Sorry.
Now,
off.
are they going to over curl? If they're over curling, they may as well try to put this on the rings. It's not going to guard that one. So it is Does look like it's biting the rings, and
Yep.
it looks as though Darren Campbell will ask for a
Timeout,
timeout from his and bring out his coach Mike Siggins.
This might be a little more straightforward than I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I just still don't like all the guards here. Like, we're running out of rocks here. I mean, first instincts is this, but I still think clearing out anything up front's just a benefit right now. You think chasing it's a call now?
Two guards, if you peel and don't make the double peel,
We're
you're going to be facing two on your last.
which is dangerous. So you think chasing it's the time now? So a nice soft hit here,
Yeah, the miss is a little bit tight. And
removing that.
moving the red.
Okay.
Yeah, but make sure you make contact. Make a good one around here.
Yeah.
You know, if you hit and roll away, they're coming under your game.
Yeah. So if we're here, it's not horrible, but they're going to come there, which is dangerous. But at least we have all this to work with, hopefully. But
The double peel is the shot. You can actually get all three rocks moving.
right.
But if you don't make it, you're going to be in trouble.
Okay.
So I think you have the rock exposed and you should go for it.
Yeah, it's open. I mean, I'd love to get a nice like board control to here, but that's the perfect shot, I think.
You can nose it or get a little bit. Nose is
Okay.
pretty good. Like as long
Okay.
as you're edge to edge, they can take it.
Okay. Yep. Edge is great. All right.
So if you just get make that shot, you win.
We like control. We like board.
I like
Board. Okay. All right. We're figuring out that ice.
So Siggins
You're throwing
and
it.
Team Campbell talked them through it.
Yeah, I hear you. Agreed.
I think
Thank you, Mike.
Siggins is right in that you need to. This
Appreciate
is
you.
your opportunity to get at the shot stone.
Board. Yeah, somewhere out here probably. I think. Yeah, something like
They
that.
did talk about the miss being tight and wrecking on the guard. One of the problems with that,
You go
Jason,
with
I
that,
saw
or
this,
your eyes no
heard
control?
this a lot at Junior Nationals recently,
it.
is that players stop making shots and just think about the positive pro side miss. This is actually one you really need to make. This looks like a lot of ice again to me.
Yeah, they're calling for board weight here, and we've seen again the downweight hits seem to move an awful lot, and so the thing is I haven't heard them call for board. I don't think in the entirety of the rest of the game. So I think you even heard them say, okay, let's find the ice for this. So a little bit of a guess here, but hopefully they got a good read on it.
Certainly not wide. Tight out of his hand, so we'll see if that ice holds up. But
Hard,
this is
guys, hard.
curling pretty hard, but can they hold it?
Hard.
Really close.
guys, hard.
Yeah.
Keep going. Whoa,
Now I think he's off it a bit.
Very nice.
There you go. Well done. So
Nice shot.
it was definitely well done there by Bernstein.
Yep.
Or do we
Great
wanna
job
keep
on the
going
sweep to
and
hold that. Like I say, it looked a little narrow out of hand.
Let's hear what Waind is thinking.
Yeah. Or we come.
Yeah.
Let's go this on our first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could dead bury it.
Yeah.
We can touch 4. I don't mind it.
There's nothing to be gained by playing up
I
top.
don't hate it.
Basically, you have 2 chances to
that.
try to bury one
This is
here.
a tough shot.
Let's go. I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna take 4.5.
Well, we can finish it in, right?
Yeah. Let's go 5.
Again, they didn't really look at the out turn here, Jason, which might
Well-
actually be a little easier way to go.
Yeah, I tend to look at that and think I like the way that stacks up. You get the little bit of the yellow poking out on the
Yep.
side there to cover you if you don't get fully buried under the undershot stones. So
It's
Exactly,
fair,
you
but
could-
you've
If you
had to
tuck a
draw
bit
it,
behind the
yeah,
red
probably
and
lately.
you have the yellow there, it's seems more natural.
I'll
But
switch it
they'll
down.
try this in turn. Really 2 shots to bury one here and tie the game.
3-8.
Yeah, it was 3-8, 3-9.
What's that?
3-9, I think 3-8, 3-9.
3-8, 3-9.
Looks heavy.
Early call is heavy.
There's no way we're curling it onto that one, eh?
Come on.
Might start to get into the slide path here, though, and start to dig in, so I wouldn't walk too far
Nope,
away
nope,
from
you
it.
can't touch it.
No.
It
No,
will.
decent
Could
shot.
really grind up in here. Campbell's going to work this one to the back. It will be second shot.
That's really close.
I had 7-5 on that.
For me, it looks clearly second shot.
Maybe I should
But
have called timeout now, huh? So this is their draw path again. You know, I'd hate to leave something here. You know, I'd love to come here, but I hate to get them to hit roll. I'd love this side. This is all open button now.
Yeah, the problem is you only got one stone to throw.
Yeah, I just don't want to give them a hit here. But even if I give them the double here, I got all 12 foot to throw to now, or 8 foot to hit for the draw, right? So I think something like up here is not horrible. You know,
I think you're trying to make the
and then
shot
that
that
leaves that here.
Waind just
but
tried
it
to
does
make.
take away our draw and stuff too. So I think somewhere right here is great. Right, so let's take a little bit more ice. What do you think? Like right here, right? Here, here, here. He's gonna come here, right? How are we doing on time? We're doing great on time. So somewhere up here, you like that? Even here, here.
Trouble with going higher here, Jason, if you do leave it there, then that out turn is even better, right? I think you kind of want to just put this top button, bite the button, bury it.
Yep, I think.
I mean, ending up short isn't the end of the world, but
Nope, you got margin there, but if you can beat them there, make them make a great shot, and put the pressure on.
He threw a 13.75 to the back.
Skip's dream is
back
not to have
8.
to throw their last shot.
So I think it might be slowing down a hair, but not much. So we want a top 8. Got to give you like a 420 or something like that. It can't be hanging out in like teeth to give them something to hit and roll.
Yep, you got it, bud.
I'm not sure that's terrible. If you hung out a bit and he tried to play hit and roll under, you'd still have the 4 foot for the draw. Darren Campbell with his first here in the 8th end.
Pretty good pop. Might be in fresh. Might be fresh. It's fresh.
A little wider.
Top 12, top 8.
I'm thinking it's top 12, top 8.
Keep
I
going,
think
guys.
I'd make
You
that
gotta
one.
go.
Need help.
Make that one good now. Just make it real good, but it's going to come up short. Is what he called.
Yep.
Made the called shot. Now let's see what Waind. Let's listen in
Good
as
judge.
they discuss their
Good
options.
judge.
I gotta just be right of this, or right of nose.
Boy, that out turn looks juicy now,
Make
doesn't
it like a
it?
step back.
It does.
If you wrap the out turn around, I'm not sure how he gets at it.
Right here, Art. Hey, you want that or do we want to draw?
I don't mind your. I don't like. Yeah, otherwise we got to steal again, eh?
Dan, you're our voice of reason.
Do we want to play to finish it this end, or do we want to play for an hour?
perfectly, we're sitting 2 and we're forcing them to draw for games. Or we take our draw and try to sit 1 and play for extras.
This is a really hard draw too.
Yeah. But our draw weight has been down. I'm gonna try not to kill myself. I think the double.
That was your first instinct, Chris.
I don't think it's possible to save shooter.
We got a minute left.
Huh? I think if we can save shooter, that's perfect.
Yeah,
but
let's.
I don't think
We don't have to. We don't have to.
So I think the conversation
This
is
was your
that
first instinct.
play this double and force Campbell to play
There's a
against the
full minute.
loss. All right, here it is. Last shot for Team Waind here in the possibly final end. This rock is out there. It's got some curling to do. Got some curling to do, and that will be a miss. So make the final 6-4 in favor of Team Campbell over Team Waind. There's more coverage here in the whole championship on the St. Paul Curling Club YouTube channel on behalf of USA Curling and Jason Bottrell. Thanks to everyone who is putting this together, and hope you'll return to see more.
Good one. Good one. Good
I
one.
floated it at the end. They were sitting one shot. They were yellow was sitting one. No,
red.
Red was sitting one.
Yeah, hopefully. I gave you 2. Yeah, I had a little bit too.
I saw you upstairs on the mic. JB.
Goal.
You guys had
Did 27 fan, or was 6 fan? I was like,
I'm stuck. I gotta go up around. Yeah.